You are not geared up for this. The date of the end of the ripple as opposed to SEC lawsuit is circulating on the net. Such a bullish signal of direction cannot be missed. Experts expect the growth of XRP ripple to $50 within the near destiny. Pretty cool proper. But this is simplest the start due to the fact further to this, Ripple is taking over the world with its technology that may improve the rate of XRP even higher than planned. Let's determine the whole lot out so as. This video will blow your mind, disclaimer. So XRP Ripple is at a pivotal second in its records with both its prison repute and future in the balance. A recent prison update has ignited pleasure throughout the crypto network, fueling hypothesis that this can indeed be the start of a brand new chapter for XRP. Just final week, the SEC introduced plans to submit its important brief in the ongoing enchantment via January 15th, essential step that might determine the outcome of Ripple's criminal saga with the regulatory frame. The implications of the SEC's stance on XRP are profound, as Bill Morgan, a distinguished lawyer who has been following the case closely, talked about the SEC's arguments have centered closely on claiming that XRP has no inherent value outside of being an investment agreement. This view, but doesn't sit properly with many in the crypto and criminal communities who argue that virtual property need to not be mechanically labeled as securities truly because of their trading context. Morgan has brazenly criticized the SEC's slim interpretation, specifically when it comes to differentiating XRP as an asset versus the character of transactions it is used in. The CC maintains to overlook the difference among an asset and a transaction, Morgan remarked, emphasizing that any such false impression should mischaracterize the character as the character of the virtual asset entirely. Morgan's perspective contrasts with that of Joe Shu, who suggests that the appeals courtroom, in the course of its de novo evaluation, might relook at XRP's type from a fresh angle, probably concluding that it's miles of security. Shu's standpoint highlights the possibility that the court might take a hardline stance, similar to Judge Rakoff did within the Terra case, wherein digital belongings tied to funding sports have been deemed securities. Shu's stance implies that the appeals court docket ought to probably reclassify XRP, disregarding the nuances in Judge Torres' preliminary ruling. For Shu, a de novo review should result in the complete reevaluation of XRP's fame. Given that this sort of evaluation permits the appeals courtroom to shape impartial conclusions without being certain through previous findings. But it's Morgan's embodiment principle that is taking pictures the interest of many within the community. This idea suggests that XRP as a digital asset does now not inherently own the qualities of a security. Rather, it is the context of its sale that determines its type. Judge Torres' selection supported this line of idea, making a clean distinction among XRP itself and the transactions involving it, which resonated with the marketplace and became broadly seen as a victory for Ripple. By rejecting the SEC's stance that XRP transactions have been inherently funding contracts, Torres' selection echoed a fundamental notion amongst many in the crypto space. Digital property ought to now not be judged solely by using their use in specific transactions. Morgan stated that if the appeals court docket reaffirms this logic, XRP can be freed from the security label, thereby allowing it to operate with greater freedom inside the secondary marketplace. One ex-consumer, known as Random Crypto Pal, summarized the optimism sparked by way of those current trades. Brad says Seek has lost the conflict. XRP isn't always a protection. XRP settlement is done. XRP to the moon. XRP never once more below 50 cents. This tweet captures the sentiment of XRP advocates who view Ripple's success in opposition to the SEC as a long-awaited vindication for the cryptocurrency. The stakes are distinctly high. If the appeals court docket upholds Judge Torres' difference, it can make stronger the argument that now not all digital belongings fall below the security class. Yet, if the court facets with the SEC and indicates argument, this decision should subject XRP and different comparable property to an internet of regulations previously reserved for traditional securities. For XRP holders, Ripple's victory ought to redefine their assets' legitimacy in the monetary world, whilst a loss might imply extended scrutiny and boundaries. Fascinating proper. But here's the huge question. With XRP's latest victories, what does this mean for its destiny price? We're speaking principal capacity right here, maybe even an entire new era for XRP. How high ought to it really move, and what should you look ahead to next? Let's dive in, due to the fact what I'm about to proportion should exchange the whole lot for XRP holders. So the XRP marketplace has been buzzing with talk of a capacity breakout, with analysts and influencers alike pointing to signs of an explosive fee motion at the horizon. For weeks now, the crypto area has seen some excessive speculation as XRP studies what Ido Farina described, because the longest Bollinger Band squeeze in records, a technical indicator hinting at ability rate surge. Lord XRP delivered gas to the pleasure, tweeting, XRP will soften faces, wait until the beast awakens. It's no longer just hype. Traders are seeing real signals that something large might be within the works. Recently, the cryptocurrency market was hit by using huge liquidations, totaling nearly $50 million in worn-out positions within just an hour, consistent with facts from Coinless. What stood out on this wave of liquidations changed into the imbalance. An incredible 94% of the liquidated positions got here from longs, which shows an overwhelming majority of traders have been making a bet on prices going up. But XRP took center stage with a liquidation imbalance of 100%. This meant lengthy positions had been hit almost 17 instances harder than shorts, which become a clean sign that many inside the marketplace had high hopes for XRP's overall performance. At the same time as its fee dropped by using simplest about 1%, such an uncommon imbalance is eye-establishing, as it suggests that many traders are especially bullish on XRP's destiny. But the sharp liquidation of these lengthy positions has brought caution to the sentiment. This wave of liquidations but did not impact XRP's charge as severely as it can have. Despite this moderate charge movement, the marketplace appears primed, with many observers waiting for that the latest dip may simply be the calm earlier than the typhoon. XRP Captain echoed this sentiment, highlighting the monstrous buildup of hysteria in the market. XRP sees longest Bollinger Bands squeezing records and hinting at possible charge explosion. For XRP holders, the query remains, will this imbalance and technical squeeze certainly lead to a breakout? Or is the marketplace surely responding to an oversaturation of long positions? While cautious bulls may additionally now preserve lower back, the optimism remains tangible. Influencers like KingsRP aren't hesitating to share formidable price goals, suggesting XRP could attain as high as $52.08 according to XRP breakout immediately. The upcoming fee actions will take a look at whether this recent liquidation wave has been a brief reset or a prelude to a historical surge. As XRP regains balance and investors re-examine their positions, the capacity for an explosive rally looms large, making this a pivotal moment for the token. Will XRP stay as much as the hype, or will it require further consolidation? Either way, as pleasure builds, the approaching weeks will probably bring readability on whether XRP is actually geared up for a breakout that might reshape its role within the crypto market. And it really is just the end of the iceberg, isn't it? But preserve on, there is a lot greater to explore. We haven't even scratched the floor on the subject of XRP Ripple's thrilling new partnerships. Trust me, you may not need to overlook this, because these collaborations can be the catalyst for extraordinary boom within the XRP surroundings. So the current buzz around XRP is not just about its ongoing criminal saga with the SEC. It's also about the rising tide of institutional hobby, especially within the realm of exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. If you're wondering what an ETF is, consider it as a basket of various properties similar to a fruit basket, in which every fruit represents a one-of-a-kind investment. Instead of buying character stocks or cryptocurrencies, buyers should buy a slice of the entire basket, making it simpler and much less unstable to spend money on quite a few property all at once. This method lets in human beings to benefit publicity to various investments without having to realize each detail approximately every one. Now, why does this count for XRP? While Ripple has visible a surge in filings for XRP-associated ETFs from primary players like 21, this indicates a shift in market perception and suggests that institutional buyers see capacity fee in XRP, viewing it now not simply as a speculative asset, but as a feasible funding product. The hobby from institutions is critical, in particular, as they often carry substantial capital into the market, using call for and therefore expenses higher. Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, echoed this sentiment, pointing out institutional hobby in XRP and XRP merchandise is more potent than ever. As XRP's liquidity